Hi guys, it's Veronica again here from Mission. Thank you for following me. To all the newcomers, welcome. As you guys have noticed, I've been doing interviews once a week with fellow business owners, so you guys can hear directly from the source, from different people in our community, their experience. And today I have the lovely Carol with me, to share her experience with you guys. Carol, how are you?
I'm well. Thank you for having me on.
Oh, thank you for taking the time out of your day to be interviewed and share your story with us. I appreciate
Happy to
it.
do it. Yes.
So, we'll jump right in. Carol, can you tell me a little bit about yourself before you joined the online world?
Okay. Well, first of all, I live in Vancouver, Canada. I'm originally from back east, a small town outside Montreal, actually. But my career has basically spanned legal and executive administration. So I've worked in Montreal, Toronto, Vancouver, even spent a few years in China. So that's been my background, always working in an office. So that'll give you a bit of background so far.
So, why did you decide to join the online world, and were you skeptical about doing so?
Oh, yes. Um, I've always wanted to do something different, instead of reporting to other people. And it really became clear when I was in China. I met so many people. I was teaching over there, and I saw so many people who were traveling who were working on the internet, and getting to talk to them face to face and find out how their lives were. I thought, there is something to this. So when I came back to Canada, it was something I started looking into, and it took a while. I started following Mike and Darren and this amazing system they're promoting. But the funny thing with Facebook is the more you like something, the more things they send you that are similar. And I discovered a lot of similar groups out there. And I will talk about the skepticism. Everyone, please do your due diligence, do your research. I have a legal background, so I definitely did that. But you need to find something that resonates with you, and you need to check, because you can't trust everything on the internet. This you can trust. This is totally legal, and Veronica can give you many reasons. But I wanted to do something online because I want to leave my corporate job. I want to be able to be in charge of my time. I want to have choices. My family's back east. I see them once a year. And there's just so many reasons to do things online. And quite frankly, nobody's job is secure now. I think we all need a plan B.
Yeah, and that's a huge one. That
Yeah.
no job is secure. That's a Oh boy, that's we see it every day, right? Everything's
Yeah.
going online. A lot of people join the online world, have no experience, don't know what to do, what they're doing. So can you talk to everybody about our training, our mentorship? How long does it last? Basically, our training.
Yeah, a lot of people have asked me, they say, when does it end? And I said, well, actually, it doesn't. And then they're always a little perplexed by that. Essentially, this is what attracted me. I always say anybody can start an online business. But when you're doing it on your own, most people quit because technology keeps changing and there's no support. And in this case, we have got so much support. I mean, first of all, yes, there's step-by-step training, and it's all videos. So you can watch it anytime, day and night. We're global, so we have people watching all over the world. And then we have weekly masterminds where we get to, get education. We get to hear about things that are coming down the pipe to prepare for our business. Again, those are all available on replays. So you are in charge of your time and what you put into it. That is huge to me. The other thing is that everyone gets their own personal mentor, so nobody falls through the cracks. You've always got that support. And even more than that, on the back end, we have chat groups with people who can provide even more support. So it really never ends, because what starts to happen is we do start to form a community. I've made so many new friends through this, so it just never really ends.
And this is such a global system community that no matter where you are, there's always someone up at the time that you're up.
Yeah.
So you can have that help if you work during the day and you do this at night, whatever, you always have that extra support. Carol, I didn't ask you, how long have you been doing your business?
Well, in 2 months, it will be 2 years. And I got to tell you, it shocks me because my claim to fame that I always tell people is I'm the 30-day quitter. I'm the person who jumps into everything all excited. And after about a month, I lose interest and I jump out. And the fact that I'm coming up on 2 years shows me that I have learned so much, developing, patience and persistence and digging my heels in to learn more things. But if you were to ask me, why am I still here? It's not just the money, and the money's amazing. It's far better than I ever thought it could be. It's the community. I can get up in a bad mood, but I get on the internet and I see what's happening with people, and you get to follow people's journeys. A lot of people have had some tough backgrounds, and to see them getting success in here, to see them making friends, it just ripples across everyone, and it keeps me going. And that's huge. I mean, I'm coming up on 2 years. I can't think of anything I've stuck with for 2 years except a job.
Yeah, well, because you have to, right? You have to pay
Pretty much.
The other thing I was going to ask you, you touched about money. So how has this changed your life, not only financially, but in any aspect that this community, this system, this business has changed your life?
Well, you made that good point that it's not just about the money. And the reality is, I think everybody initially gets into this for the money, but then it becomes so much more than that. You start obviously developing relationships with people, but I've heard people say their marriages have improved. Other people have been able to do things like, send their kids to university and whatever. I mean, for myself, I would have to say how it's affected me is I've had friends of mine reach out, people who are not in this, and say, what's going on with you? And they say that I just seem to be more positive and less stressed and that type of thing. I do find at work, for example, I have a very stressful job, but I do find at times I can kind of push back and smile and think, this is okay. I can put up with this because I've got plan B, working really well on the back end. And this job is just short term. The other thing is I've paid off most of my debt. And now if I decide to just take a taxi instead of walk somewhere or go out to a nicer place for dinner, it's just something that I choose to do now instead of counting every penny. So it does change you in many different ways.
That's awesome. And I'm so happy for you. And Carol and I have met in person because we both live in BC in the Lower Mainland. And you're just a joy. I just love seeing you online, offline. Your happiness, your joyfulness, your motivation, just
oh my gosh,
magnet.
But the same here. I mean, it's so funny. You meet each other here, on the screen, and then you meet each other in person, and you realize you're exactly like you are on screen. And that's what's so special about this.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Carol, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. And I hope everybody watching has enjoyed this interview, and stay tuned for the next one. Bye, guys. Thank you, Carol.
Thank you.